And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the old ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country.
This is Fort Benton, a small army post far up the Missouri River in Dakota Territory, where a young naval lieutenant is just reporting to the post commander, who resents anything or anybody who is not Army. I call this story Sailor on a Horse.
Come in.
Sergeant Metcalf has returned with Lieutenant Drysdale, sir.
Lieutenant Drysdale?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, Lieutenant Drysdale. Send him in.
Sergeant?
You were to report back here in 8 days, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
You're a day late, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Was the boat from St. Louis a day late, Sergeant?
No, sir.
It was my fault, sir. Being unaccustomed to riding horseback, I couldn't make the necessary distance every day.
For being a day late, Sergeant, you'll be docked a day's pay. Dismissed.
But it wasn't his fault, sir.
Twice since you've entered my office, Drysdale, you've addressed me without my permission.
I was just trying to explain about the sergeant.
And that makes the third time. Talking out of turn seems to be your weakness, Drysdale. According to this report, that's why you were sent out here, for arguing with your superiors.
I was proven right, sir.
I'm afraid you're going to be a problem, Drysdale.
Lieutenant Drysdale, sir.
I recognize only Army commissions out here.
Navy commissions are entitled to equal recognition, sir.
Yes, yes. I'm afraid you're going to be a problem.
The Major will be happy to know I won't be a problem long. If he would give me a detail of men and the necessary equipment, I would be out of here and on my way in 2 days.
On your way? Where to?
To chart and report on the navigability of the Missouri River to its source, sir. Here are my orders.
Orderly. Have the quartermaster issue a rifle, saddle, and sidearms for Drysdale. He's going out on the next patrol with Lieutenant Whitcomb.
Those orders can't be ignored, sir. I have a report to make.
I'll tell you what to report. You report that the Missouri River runs west from here. That it's water clear to its source. That beyond that it's snow. Orderly.
This way, Lieutenant.
It's Mr. Drysdale.
Yes, sir.
Close the gate.
There's activity down there, all right. We're too far to tell what kind.
Here, try this.
Telescope?
Navy issue. Just slide it in and out till you get your bearing.
Huh?
I mean a good view.
At least 1,000 of them. The War Council. There's a Sioux war bonnet. And the war regalia of an Assiniboine chief. Sioux and the Assiniboine have joined forces.
Meaning what?
Meaning we've got twice as much trouble on our hands. Come on. We better get back to the fort and make a report. What's all that for?
I'm taking a bearing so I can tell the exact location of the Indians.
You mean you can pinpoint the spot with that?
That's right. This is my nautical almanac. This is my azimuth compass. This is my correctional solar attachment. They're all.
Yeah, I know. Navy issue.
That's right. How'd you guess?
Lieutenant! Drysdale, it's too late to help. Come on.
Lieutenant Drysdale, sir.
Mr. Drysdale.
I mean, Mr. Drysdale.
Send him in.
Come in, Mr. Drysdale.
You're supposed to be out on patrol, Drysdale.
Lieutenant Whitcomb is dead, sir. Also Private Jones, Indian scouting party.
Where were you when they were killed?
I was with them, sir.
How long ago did this happen?
4½ days.
You found your way back alone?
Yes, sir. It's easy if you know celestial and solar navigation. Lieutenant Whitcomb had a report, sir. The Sioux and the Assiniboine have joined forces.
Joined forces? The Assiniboine are hundreds of miles to the west of here.
They've joined with the Sioux in war council. You should be prepared for an attack of at least 1,000 savages.
You seem to be unusually well informed, Drysdale.
I know what I saw.
And you saw 1,000 Sioux and Assiniboine, eh?
Yes, sir. Their position? 112 degrees by 24 minutes north, 47 degrees by 24 minutes west, or approximately 130 land miles northwest of here.
I want you to make this report in writing, Drysdale. I'm going to send a patrol out to this area. Now, if they don't find evidence of what you saw, come in.
Major, sentry reports the approach of 2 braves carrying a truce lance.
Truce, eh? Your so-called 1,000 Indians come to sue for peace. Tell them my term to surrender or be annihilated.
Didn't come to ask for peace, sir.
Then why did they come?
They're Sioux and Assiniboine sub-chiefs. They speak for 1,000 warriors on both sides of the river. If we agree to abandon the fort, they promise safe passage to Fort Union. We've 5 days to make a decision. If we don't leave,
Trying to scare us out.
They're not bluffing, Major. I saw.
I don't need your views, Drysdale.
Abandoning ship to come back to return on fight on better terms is no disgrace, sir.
Under my command, we face the enemy. I'll never give up this fort. Never! Evening, Metcalf.
evening, sir.
You seem nervous.
Nervous, sir?
Yes, nervous. What is it, Sergeant?
It's these war drums, sir. 4 days they've been at it. I can't help but thinking about tomorrow being the 5th day.
Don't tell me you've fallen for that bluff of theirs.
It might not be a bluff, sir. Lieutenant Drysdale was certain he saw you.
I'm just as certain he didn't. Sergeant, the canvas has been missing from several of the supply wagons. Why?
Needed repairing, sir.
Also, the reports show that Private Clark borrowed carpenter tools from the supply corporal. Why?
He likes to build things, sir. Used to be a carpenter.
In Drysdale, it seems, has been issued an unusual amount of writing material. Why?
You'll have to ask him that, Major.
Sure brace this well. The mast, and there's a lot of strain on it.
Here's some more pitch.
Good. Now we can finish sealing the hull.
How fast do you figure this boat will go, Lieutenant?
Oh, fast enough to outrun those Indian canoes. A little breeze. Caulk that well.
You know, I ain't never saddled a sailboat before. It's going to be real interesting. Well, I gotta get back to duty. Be back later.
Right, Ken. Use the muffled end.
How's it going, Lieutenant?
Pretty good. Let's call it a night, man.
What about the mast? We haven't put that up yet.
Well, we can step her when we get outside. It's only a matter of a few minutes.
Sure wouldn't take any prize for looks.
All I hope is it takes us out of here if the need arises.
Hello, Drysdale.
I didn't expect to see you here, sir.
Of course not. I'm not an architect, but these don't strike me as being fortification plans.
Well, they're not, sir.
Curious to know exactly what they are.
Exercise and sea draftsmanship, sir.
Is it necessary in this exercise to have pitch on your hands and trousers? You're building a boat, Drysdale. Where is it? I ask you a question. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Then answer me!
I regret, sir, I cannot answer.
You mean you refuse? So you regret, do you? You'll regret it more when you face court-martial on charges of insubordination. Men, a boat was built on this fort. Its purpose? A cowardly retreat. Doesn't sound very pretty, does it? Yet that's why it was built. And there's the man responsible.
The Major, please, I'd like to explain.
The Major does not please. Orderly! You built that boat without my permission, Drysdale. Now I want you to destroy it.
You can't be serious, sir. That could mean the difference between life and death of every man here.
From what? A handful of Indians with war drums? Carry on with it. Let's have no more discussion on the matter.
I'm sorry, sir. I must refuse.
Refusal to carry out an order is mutiny, Drysdale.
That could mean the safety of every man here.
Pick up that axe and carry out that command, or I'll shoot you right where you stand.
Close all the stations! Man your parapets!
Well, what's the count?
I've been lucky so far, sir. Only 5 dead. But the average is against us.
That's Peter's talk, Sergeant.
I'm only trying to explain the situation, Major. As fast as we push back one wave of Indians, another one comes.
Now you're arguing with me. Just like Drysdale. I don't care how many Indians there are out there. I'll never give up this fort. Never.
Supply sergeant reports the ammunition's running low, sir.
I'll tell Sergeant Metcalf to tell the men to save the ammunition.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing away from your station?
I came to speak to you about the boat again, sir. There's a breeze coming up, and if we...
I'll not abandon this fort.
It'll only be temporarily, Major.
I'll not abandon this fort.
Can't you see your position is hopeless? If you persist in this useless defense, you'll be responsible for the lives of everybody.
Don't you try to place the blame for this on me.
You're in command.
Yes, and if I lose this battle, it'll be because of you and that boat.
What?
Yes, you destroyed my men, their morale, their will to fight. All because you know that they've got that boat to escape in, and so do they.
That's ridiculous. No one can fight any harder than they are.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'll show you how hard they can fight. Wait till you see how hard they'll fight when they know they've got no boat to escape in.
Major! Major!
Drop that pistol, Drysdale. Go on! Don't you try to follow me. You're gonna get that wall. Hurry up! Over there! Over there! Get that wall! Stand back! Get back!
Major!
Get back!
Our only chance!
Give me that axe! You see how they'll fight! You see!
Major,
I'll
please!
show you!
Drag him up! Like his leg's broken.
I hit his head pretty hard. Might have a concussion, too.
His ranking officer, I'm taking over.
Right, Lieutenant.
That suits us fine.
The fighting stopped. Get someone to help you with Major Creel. Get him to sick bay.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant?
They're getting ready for a sundown attack. That means they'll storm us with every man this time. Try to clean us out in one sweep.
We'll have to move fast. Take a half a dozen men and get that boat to the river gate. Private Clark will show you how to use the log rollers.
Yes, so we'll be ready to sail in no time.
Unfortunately, we won't be ready to sail there's sufficient wind.
Yes, sir.
All right, open the gate and get this boat in the water.
Here they come.
Tell your men to stay at their stations till they hear the bugler and then run for this gate.
Yes, sir.
Private Martin. Go tell the doctor to get Major Creel and the other injured ready to move. Orderly. Go to the storeroom and get the canoe paddles. We need a little help with this breeze. Yes, sir. You 7 men, leave your weapons here. Go help the doctor move the injured. Bugler, blow a tree. Picking up. Lieutenant Drysdale reporting, sir.
Sit down, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
My adjutant take care of your men all right?
Yes, sir. May I ask how Major Creel is, sir?
Physically, he'll be all right, but only time will tell whether he'll be able to return to active service. I've been very much interested in your report, Lieutenant, the situation at Fort Benton. Major Creel served under me at Fort Union before he got this command.
I tried to give an unbiased account, sir.
Yes, it reads that way. Too bad about the Major. The strain of prolonged duty sometimes plays some pretty serious tricks with a man, Lieutenant. The worst of it is we don't always see it coming until it's too late. Well, I suppose you'll be anxious to return to sea.
Oh, yes, sir. But first I want to go back to Fort Benton.
You do? Why?
I promised myself I would. Besides, that river's great for sailing.
Happy sailing, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.